Hi everyone, I am here. Welcome to my channel. My name is Kelita Sahliah, where I share my perspective of our realm that we share together collectively. And this is Astrology of the Sky. So it's where we combine astronomy and astrology together to interpret our astrology basically. I have videos down below explaining like why I choose the sky. Go check that out. I do have this transit calendar available on Etsy. If you would like, and I also do offer birth chart readings, and there's like 2 more weeks of it being 50% off, and then it will be full price for now. So do take that opportunity if you would like. But let's get into it. I have a lot to say and a little bit of time, so welcome everyone. I do also go over like crypto and astrology and crypto with my Crypto Angles podcast on Sundays. And I recently done a video on the 7 luminaries and how it's basically glow up time, then retrograding. So I'll link that down below as well. Do check that out because it is transformation time, people. I went live. It is the last live that I done. It is time stamped. So go and check that out. But for those who are new, what we usually go through is the transits that's happening this cycle. We're removing the word week out of our vocabulary. So this cycle, and we go over the transits that's happening this cycle, then the moon transits. We then clarify with tarot, and then we come back to the present moment because the present is all that matters. If it is the beginning of a month, I do cover the numerology as well. But let's get into it. What is happening? What is the first transit? So we have, as you can see, let's take a look in the calendar what's actually happening. So on the 17th, you can see the sun is moving into Virgo, as well as Fortuna entering Ophiuchus. We have our first quarter moon, along with our autumn equinox. So energies are shifting. So on the 17th, as I said, I don't like writing in blue. Where's my purple? Purple, like crown chakra energy. Did my face go in there? Anyway, so sun goes into Virgo. On the 18th, we have Fortuna moving into Ophiuchus. So we're going to the moon transits afterwards, but what is this telling me? The sun is, excuse me, I just burped, but the sun represents, I've just saw the fattest Emirates plane. I get so surprised every time, especially because it's so cloudy outside, so I just saw it just pass through the clouds, this big old beast. Anyway, I don't live far from the airport, which means I need to be catching flights. Who's gonna make me catch flights with them? Anyway, the sun represents our ego. It represents how we naturally shine. It is like, it's how we naturally shine. It's how we attract our experiences to us. I see all of these stuff as technologies. So I see the sun as like our ego technology. Oftentimes people say, oh, destroy the ego, blah, 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 blah. But the ego is how we interact with our reality, period, point blank. Without the ego, we couldn't interact. So we need the ego. So it's our ego that attracts experiences to us. So the moon technology gets our emotions, our energy in motion. This motion, where we act on our emotions basically, then allows our ego technology to draw experiences to us for us to experience that experience. So it's recently moving out of Leo. Have you naturally been attracting like experiences where you have to be confident in what you're saying? You just have to be confident, whether that's pulling someone up, speaking the truth, doing something where you just got to be confident basically, and speak confidently, and being sure in what you're saying. But it's like, in being sure of what you had said and speaking confidently, speaking purely, it came from the heart center. So it wasn't even a place of like, oh, I'm doing this to be spiteful, or I'm, you know, calling you out to be spiteful or anything like that. It was more of a case of like, whoa, yeah, what you had said was proper. It was just like what was needed, and it's come from a place of the heart. This could have happened anywhere, in experiences at work, between relationships. It could have been anything. But do reflect back on how you have naturally been, and the experiences your ego brought to you whilst it was in Leo. It's still in Leo, obviously, until Sunday, the day of the sun. So these experiences may still be phasing out. You know, you may have some like last little bits. But yeah, so obviously now that we're moving from that boldness, that confidence ness, we're moving into the Virgo energy. The Virgo energy is, from my perspective, she's known as like the maiden, and ultimately she wants to know how to she can love in the best way. She's very, it's a lot about love. That's why the general energies can come across as very decisive, very analytical, pays attention to the details. So because of that, you can just be like a Virgo can be just like, what are you doing? type of thing. But basically, in this time, I'm seeing real. That's the best way I can put it. I'm seeing real, because what we have experienced, especially with all these retrogrades happening, oh gosh, I didn't even write the thing. Oh, no, that is accurate. That is accurate. Oh. Oh, bear in me. I just had to think of something, but that's coming up in the present moment. Anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a missing luminary. Oh, 6. Chiron. Chiron. By the way, this is where all the luminaries are. Don't believe me. Either grab a calendar or Google it. Okay? Mainstream astrology is inaccurate as fuck. Anyway, coming back to this now. So this whole Virgo energy, our ego, our how we're choosing to operate, and the experiences that are actually going to come to us is going to be Virgo in nature. So I'm seeing real, because after all of these energies, basically, especially having our Venus in Cancer, I spoke a lot about it and I don't have time to go so deep into it today. Go back to my Venus in Cancer videos. I was talking about a tipping point. Go and watch that. It's all in a playlist. But all of these energies we've recently been going through, Virgo has now fully decided, you've now fully decided like how you're ready to expend and to give your energy, and how you're actually going to do it. So it's like you may have had bold, confident, like Leo moves, because Mercury is still retrograding right now. It stations direct tomorrow, but Mercury is still in Leo anyway. So naturally, how we were exchanging our energy was this bold, confident type of way. And because the sun was in there, we were just attracting those experiences to us even more. Now we still have to be exchanging our energy in this bold way, coming from a place of the heart center, and just truly just like, yep, this is how I'm doing it. That's our energy exchange. Yet we will begin to attract experiences to us where we make sure we are giving ourselves, because Virgo is about giving. Virgo is fueled by Mercury as well. So it is about this energy exchange. But it's like we want to make sure we are doing it in the way we know how to love, and we want to do it in the best way possible. So what am I saying here? You may have had like some people pop in and out of your life potentially, whether that's possible job opportunities or whichever. Friendships, relationships, family members, all that type of stuff. Now people are actually going to be more, how can I put it, take action on their words in how they're actually going to give. And yeah. So that's basically what I'm seeing there with the sun. We're going to be attracting these opportunities to us. It may be a case of like, oh, I have to analyze properly, look at all the details, look at every angle, so I can do it in the best way I can, so I can give myself, exchange my energy in the best way possible. All I can say is, if you naturally if situations are drawn to you which is more tedious in nature, like it takes a lot, just like, oh my days, is very tedious, but if it comes to you during this time whilst the sun ego is in Virgo, use that energy, because you'll naturally have more of the capacity to hold looking at smaller details, and stuff like that. So especially if you've been putting things off and you've been like, oh no, it's gonna do, if you I always say, go how you naturally feel. Astrology is just a tool. You can throw this away and just live your life. However, if you naturally feel like, oh, I've now got the capacity to do this tedious task that I've been putting off for time, I've now got to use the Virgo energy. Mars is also in Virgo. So your drive and passion, you may have been slowly doing these things, being your drive and passion anyway, being like your flame, your fire. You may have been slowly doing it as Mars was in there, but now that the sun is in there, the ego, these experiences will be more noticeable. It will be more noticeable. When we get into the moon, I'll speak about how this will amplify all of this Virgo energy. And bear in mind, we've also got Black Moon Lilith in Virgo as well. So this is about using, like, as I say, I trade. So it's about like support and resistance. You have this whole support and resistance thing, and you've got price. It's just stuck under that as resistance, and I just say you need to break through the resistance so you can use it as the support and then go along on your way. Okay, so that's support and resistance, and that is how I see Black Moon Lilith. You're getting a lot of resistance, possibly from the outside external world, of how you want to truly give your energy in exchange, but it's just breaking through that. It's breaking through. Something is going to become illuminated in this moon. So where this breakthrough is coming, it's either happened or it's en route if it hasn't happened already for you individually. But yeah, this Virgo energy is very bold, it's potent right now. So if you've got any tedious tasks, use it. But I've got to move on because I've got to get my baby in a bit. Fortuna moving into Ophiuchus. Again, this is wild, and someone's made a comment, and I need to reply back to my YouTube comments. They made a comment on the the 7 luminaries, so go and watch that. They made a connection with the 777, because remember I says 777 is the jackpot. It's this month, people. The transitions are happening this month. Please go and watch that video. And he's made a profound connection with Bitcoin and when it was first come out. And so I'm going to cover that in my Crypto Angles podcast. After I'm going to reply to him today, but I will be covering that in my Crypto's Angles podcast. So feel free to check that out. No, stick around for that, okay? Jackpot. Things are happening and changing this month. Anyway, I find it interesting how Fortune is moving into Ophiuchus when it's this whole 777 jackpot transformation time. Again, go and check out Waters Above, like with the decodes he does and what's happening now. It's like it's this whole transformation, and I'm seeing this reflected in the sky. This is why I love the sky, not mainstream astrology, because it just makes more sense. Like I says, if you're new, you wouldn't have known Mercury was in sextans while it was retrograding before it recently entered back into Leo. That's not covered in mainstream astrology. However, I felt this energy. And I'm more than sure other people did as well. So it's about returning back to the water, returning back to nature, because it's like a cyclical pattern. It's also beautiful, but I'm chatting, I need to get moving. So Fortuna represents fortune and prosperity. It's the things, places we're naturally fortunate and prosperous in. So basically you cultivating the energies of wherever this is will bring about fortune and prosperity for you. So this obviously looks different to everyone. Me in my old head, whenever I hear that, I'm just like, $100 billion. I'm like, that's the only fortune and prosperity. I'm making that happen. But before reaching that point, like, there's fortune and prosperity on many different angles, and it's far from just monetary. So it's important to know that. Now it's moving from Scorpio into Ophiuchus. So recently, have you had to truly Scorpio is about kind of using like your vulnerability as your strength. It's tapping into your water element of you, your emotional element of you, and recognizing that, yo, this vulnerability is actually a strength. And this is how you can there's death and rebirth in there as well. So if you've had any transformation, I was ill. Usually I notice when we've got Scorpio energy, sickness can come. Maybe that's because it's this whole death and rebirth. But with whatever transformation you kind of began to do to shed off the old, it's now literally ready to change your energy. As I says, the whole zodiac wheel, Ophiuchus is so important in the zodiac wheel, because as you can see, even on its symbology, it's got the sine wave, meaning a frequency. Ophiuchus is linked to magnesium in the periodic table. So it's the sustainer, generator of energy, literally going through the energies of Ophiuchus. Our bodies transform. The energy in our bodies has the ability to transform, which then puts you into the Sag energy. Do we have Sag? Puts you into the Sag energy to take you into the new direction after you've transformed from this death. Okay, so anyway, fortune, it's gonna be so fortunate to transform now. If you have been feeling, yo, I need to stop this, I need to change, I need to do this instead, I need to blah 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 blah, it's going to be fortunate for you if you do it. Fortuna is in Ophiuchus until, let's take a look, until November. So until November the 8th. So when it's getting to November, that's when the new direction energy is coming in. But until that point, it's about transforming. Okay, it's about transforming. So this could be healing. This is healing as well, like whether that's perspective, whether that's literally body, mental, all of that type of stuff, because Ophiuchus is known as the serpent bearer. Sorry, I'm talking so fast, but I gotta get going, so I have to do it quickly. Right, the moon. Moving on to the moon phases now. So on the 19th, wait, it's kind of like the 18th. It's like late at night on the 18th, to be honest. We have a moon in Libra. It's very late, so it's basically the 19th. So the moon transits into Libra on the 20th. It moves into Scorpio. On the 21st, we have our Ophiuchus or Ophiuchus, depending on your point of view. And then we move into our Sag moon. So what is this and how am I seeing it? The moon being the mover of our emotions, as I said before, is getting our emotions, our energy in motion to begin moving. It makes you feel happy, sad, excited. It's whatever emotion is brought up to you. It's your feelings, your intuition as well, and your dreams. There's a little bit of Neptunian stuff in there. Where's Neptune? So yeah, so what I'm basically seeing with the moon, the mover of our emotions, as we move from Virgo, something will be illuminated. I did speak about this Virgo no moon, new moon last week. I should also go check that out. I don't think I was very well last week. I can't remember. No, I wasn't. Anyway, go check that out. But this Virgo new moon, something will be illuminated round this time. And I say illuminated not because the sun's shining, the moon's not shining. Oh my days, one time in the blue moon, my son literally said, "Mommy, that's the sun, it's just trying to get warm." That was just so random, and I had a Freudian slip. Anyway, the moon is moving from the Virgo energy that it's in. You will be thinking logically how you're going to like be in this Virgo energy. Logically, it's going to come through like, yes, this is how I'm going to give my energy. And that's what I mean by something's going to be illuminated the end of this week. From tomorrow, people, from tomorrow, something's going to be illuminated as we move into the Libra moon on the 19th. So on the 19th, we move into Libra moon. Libra I see as an amazing manifester, and it's about taking from the ether and bringing it out, like weighing it, scale of justice, bringing it out into the plane of existence. And how is it going to weigh up from how you've decided with this Virgo energy? You're now making it happen with the Libra. So your emotions will be moving in a way of potentially wanting balance in whatever you have in your mind, what you'd like to create with this Virgo energy, how you've decided, yep, this is how I'm going to logically and rationally give myself my energy. It's then your emotions will be moved on, like, okay, how am I going to make it happen, basically, before the actual Libra energy comes in to actually make it happen. Once it obviously goes then down into Scorpio, our emotions again, it's like, in order to make this happen on how you want to give yourself your love, it's about, you may recognize vulnerability. Your emotions may be moved more around something that will get you a bit more vulnerable, recognizing that that's truly a strength. These type of emotions may come up round about the 20th, and then the 21st as well, the Ophiuchus energy comes in. So it's like, okay, you truly recognize if you've been having some thoughts on how you would like to transform, then, because obviously Ophiuchus goes into there, then your emotions will begin to move you in this way. So you are fortunate in transforming. There's no coincidence why it's like there and there. So like I says, if you've had ideas, if you've started already to begin to change, to be that version of you you're ready to be, but if you've probably not started yet, you've had thoughts, ideas, more may come up here, which will get your energy moving. So like I says, if it hasn't happened already, no worry, no worry. Go with nature, go with how it's happening. By the end of the next cycle, we're removing that other word, but by the end, when it gets to the end of this cycle, the Thursday, when Ophiuchus gets into there, when the moon moves into Ophiuchus, this is where your emotions may be more active in actually transforming to be that version of you, so you can give yourself how you're ready to give. And of course, as we move into Sagittarius, that's when your emotions are moving you now to take you in that direction you're ready to go. So the way you're ready to attract these experiences at the end of this cycle, your emotions will begin to move you into it. So even though like the sun's coming in, then it's kind of like allow this whole cycle basically for your emotions to catch up basically to catch up. And this is just the Virgo energies slowly coming in. But yeah, and of course it is the autumn equinox is happening then. It's just a whole shift in energy, and as I said, it is level up time. It's time to change. So big things are gone, big things are gone, right? Right, let's come back to the present moment so we can do some tarot. Whew. Okay, what is happening for the next cycle? Can you clarify with tarot here? Oh, don't fall. Don't fall. Alright, so clarify with tarot. I'm not leaning it up in the best way, to be honest. It's literally just cotching. I've just brought it forward. I should have left it back. Anyway. Oh, Two of Pentacles. Oh, that come out fast. And can we clarify this? Do we need to know anything else for the next cycle for the collective and this Virgo energy with how we'd like to give ourselves anything else? Oh, okay. So we've had these three come out. They literally just popped out. So I am going to read them all. We'll take a look and then we'll come back to the present moment. Do forgive me if this is just like super fast, but I gotta get my baby. Oh gosh, I think I really need to go. So Ace of Pentacles, We had the Two of Pentacles first. Two of Pentacles, flexibility, balancing, juggling with the options, going with the flow, feeling good about skills, ability to adapt, multitask, open to change, and having a laugh. Like I says, things are moving. Three of Wands, exploration, foresight, starting a new journey, seeking truth, looking for something different, visionary ideas, seeing how best to act. Ace of Pentacles, results, prosperity, abundance, being realistic. I told you that no moon, new moon energy. Power to get what you want, being grounded and focused, seeing a way to achieve your goal, trusting in the situation. And then we then had Swords. So we had Knight of Swords, self-assured, incisive, frank, impetuous, critical, indiscreet, powerful intellect, analyze the situation, cuts off from feelings. And then the Ace of Swords. Ace is like beginning, isn't it? Clarity, honesty, objectivity, resolving a problem, facing facts, knowing the way to forwards, cutting through illusions, analyzing your motives. Yeah, I'm seeing it's all of this changing energy that is happening. That's what I'm seeing. As I really do need to go. Sorry, I do normally explain these more, but you kind of read the book. So the present, the moon right now, it's a no moon, new moon in Leo. It's coming towards a no moon, new moon. And then, of course, Mercury is ready to station direct in Leo as well. So right now, again, we're moving confidently with our energy, and how we're exchanging our energy is now getting ready to move forward. There's no backwards. We've sorted it out while it's retrograding. It's ready to move forward in this energetic exchange in the most confident way. But I'm going to have to get going now. My intention is that this brought a snippet of something fast. Something's coming in. There's prosperity. Last week I said September, and in this video, the 7/7 luminaries, I said September you will notice results. Like that's what I'm seeing, and then it will pick up like a snowball. It will pick up, but you will notice something, even if it's small, this month. Okay, and I'm definitely seeing that you're picking up a new adventure, prosperity. You know what I'm saying? All of these things there. Right, do grab this calendar if you'd like. It's available on Etsy. Of course, if you would like not a free reading, a personal reading before the price goes up, do let me know. Reach out to me. All the details is down below. Check out my Crypto Angles podcast on Sunday, because I've got a lot to share. Even if you don't know much about crypto, I decode stuff in there which you need to know. So do check that out. I'm going to grab my baby now, and I appreciate you all, and I'll catch you next cycle. But anyway, angel out. Bye.